process
Right.
surrounding this. And how to handle something like this, not just as the chief administrator of the city, but also through your departments.
Mm.
The cases that involve your grandson are a little unusual in that you have a key figure in the government related to a person who's involved. And you hear chatter out there about outside investigators and independent
Right.
counsel and things. The two things I wanted to address with you are, is there a review, sort of internal oversight, to make sure things were handled as they should have been? And is there a need just to bolster transparency and reinforce the process to bring in somebody outside? Is that something that's been thought of?
Well, when my grandson was charged with offenses and arrested on other occasions, this issue of whether or not you needed oversight did not come up. And the question to me is, why would it come up now? I didn't interfere in the process then. I didn't interfere in it now. So if it was good for then, why would it not be good for now?
Do you think severity of the charges is part of that?
I don't know about that. I know that if you're asking the basic question as to whether or not anybody who is related to the mayor or related to the chief of staff or related to the director of any department or maybe related to a police officer or related to a waste collector. I mean, where are you going with this in terms of that? The process is what it is. And I will say to you that that only becomes valid if is some interference in that process. That did not happen before, and it was not brought up, and it didn't happen this time.
Is there a review of the process? The indictment that went from the county was something that first went through the city prosecutor's office. So does that then trigger action by the law director to say, hey, what happened here? Take a look at that.
Well, let's take, for instance, your assertion, because this is a special circumstances. And should there have been a review, that implies that the prosecutor, the city prosecutor's office knew that that case had been brought to them. Since I have not inquired, and since I don't, see, that makes that assumption. I don't know if that assumption is correct or not. I do know that when these kind of things happen, there is an integrity of the people involved as to what they do, and they have not in the past, neither in this instance, and violated that integrity or that ethics. But I know what your basic question is: should everything be reviewed if it involves the mayor's family? Well, should it be reviewed if it involves anybody who has any kind of authority at the city? We have a process that is in place, and that process is a valid and legitimate process that is not interfered with.
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, you don't want to ask the question about it. You want to be, if you ask bluntly about, and so I can.
No, that's good.
Yeah, because I want to be able to say bluntly.
Well, there's been reporting out there that officer came to the door, camera off.
Mm-hmm.
Or officer seen camera off.
Right.
There are people who look at that and say, "Oh, of course, they went to the mayor. The mayor was there." Did you ever tell anybody to turn off their cameras? Or?
Never told anybody else never told anybody to turn off the camera.
And have you given any instruction in how officers should act in handling of the case at any time there?
The officers should handle the case according to what is proper protocol in their investigation, as they do any case. And so I had no need to give instruction, because they handle the case according to what is proper as an investigatory process. So no, I don't give instructions. I don't interfere, if that's their question.
Right.
I don't interfere in the investigation. I don't interfere in determining whether or not someone gets charged or not. I don't interfere. And have not interfered. And will not interfere. Haven't done it in the past, have not done it now, and will not do it in the future. It just doesn't happen. That's it.
And you thought this job would be easy.
Oh, look, I'm not, I don't complain about the job. You know, as you know, part of this job is handling the drama and the BS associated with it. You know, and drama and BS is not based in facts, neither is truth a consideration. And if, and so I fully recognize that. And so I just go about doing my job. I will say, however, that that when it comes to these kinds of things that then involve family, and the expectation is that I would do as a politician sometimes do, attempt to use their family as a way to address their political concerns at that moment. I'm not going to do that. So people can take the hit, they can throw the punches, whatever they want. I'll take those hits, because I'm not going to use my family in that way. And people can say what they want. I have no concern about that. If what the expectation is of me is to, in some kind of way, use my family as a shield, or to use some platform, some media platform, to explain myself to them, and that will involve my family, I'm not going to do that. So they just have to do what they're going to do. And if that's part of the job, it's part of the job.
That's the public part of public service.
Well, it's well, it's become part of the job in terms of what makes a story and what does not make a story. You know, the truth and facts don't always sell. Drama sells, misinformation sells. And the only reason I'm doing this in this way, again, not talking about my family or dealing with specific charges, is that I know that ignorance, not lack of intelligence, but ignorance to facts is a fertile ground for manipulation of the truth. And so I want to say publicly that the mayor did not interfere with the investigation or determine whether or not any member of his family would be charged. The mayor did not tell anyone to turn off or turn on a camera. The mayor has in no way, or neither has any of his staff, interfered in any of these things that have occurred. That I would not allow it for them, and I do not do that myself.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.